This is Tony from Her Homestead Skills. It's been a bit of a busy day. The weather's finally warming up. Perhaps next week I'm going to go to my garden. But anyway, today's video is in relation to the weekend trip that Mark and I took to this small town for a show that he wanted to attend. And after the show, we went quite early, so we had lots of time. And after the show, he graciously took me to a thrift shop. Not his favorite thing to do, but I went with him with what he wanted, and then he took me where I would like to go. So we also did find an antique mall, which is something that he finds a little more interesting than the thrift stores. So I did buy something at both locations for the Goodwill. I purchased something from there. But before I get into what I managed to pick up, we also found our Picard's Peanuts store in this location, which I didn't know that they were there. I know that they had a location elsewhere, and we would stop in on occasion and buy peanuts when we were in that area. And apparently, if you didn't know, Picard's peanuts are grown in Ontario, which surprised me. I didn't think that you could grow them there. They're awesome. They have way too many different flavors, and I just pick up a great big bag of the salted variety, just the simplest variety, and Mark pretty much eats them all. So we filled up a half-gallon jar, and what was left over he put into a bowl and ate. So anyway, that's one of our favorite places to stop for something special when we're in the area and find one of their shops. Okay, so first thing I did, I found at the Goodwill, actually, of course, is another cast iron fry pan, and this one here cost me $14.95, so $15, and it is a vintage. It's got the, what do you call it, the heat ring, and I believe it's a number 9, and it's hard to tell whether or not there's any markings. It may be a Wagner, hard to say. Does appear to be some marking under there, but it's so faint and it's so dirty that it's going to have to go through quite an extensive process before I can figure out what brand it is. But usually the handle gives you some indication as well, so that's the handle. So it's not a bad product, and it's a good buy for $15. I don't find them locally at that price anymore. They want $20, $25, and even for the Chinese models they're asking that much locally. So I was pleased to find this at that price. And item number 2 that I did find at the antique mall is another cast iron item, and that's this tea kettle. And this tea kettle is a Wagner ware, and it's another one that's going to take a tremendous amount of work to clean up. The inside is fairly rusted, and I'm not sure whether they painted the outside to make it look better than what it is. So hopefully we can bring this back to its former glory. And wasn't a bad price. It was only $29, and I think I've seen these for a fair bit more. But hopefully, as I say, if we can't get it back looking good, I believe we should be able to, then it would be worth the $29 for sure. Anyway, that is my purchases. I took a whole bunch of pictures. I took stills this time rather than the moving video, because when you're walking through a place like that, my motion and where I'm looking with the camera is not necessarily the best way to present what you want to show. So I just took stills, and I took a whole bunch of pictures, and if you're interested in some of the items that you could find at these antique malls, you can go through some of these pictures. Anyway, hope you enjoy this video. Bye.